All right, man, start that thing up for us. All right, guys, we are out here in Lancaster, California with Brian Gonzalez. We've been trying to film an episode with this gentleman for quite some time. We finally made it out, but the cool thing is, as we've been waiting, Brian just keeps doing those upgrades, and this thing keeps evolving. It keeps turning into something really special. Super cool truck. We've actually had this at one of the last couple of expos,
Yeah,
right?
Off-Road Expo, Sand Sports Super Show.
Yeah. Well, let's get into this thing, man. This thing's really awesome. Epic build. Super beautiful. It doesn't look like Brian cut any corners on this thing. Looks pretty epic. I think we should get into it, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. How is it living out here in this beautiful scenery, dude? I mean, look at you. Literally have the desert in the backyard, man.
Yeah.
Do you get to rip this thing locally ever?
Yeah. Usually it's before hammers or after a ride. I'll come and just when the truck's dirty, obviously I'll go around town and spin it through all these trails. So loops through here.
Yeah.
Jumps over this little street. Goes for another like 2-3 miles down that way, and then I'll bring it back home.
What's the local desert out here? Cal City?
Cal City's about an hour from here. So Cal City, Randsburg, and all that stuff. That's local. I could drive there.
Heck yeah.
Meet up with Darren Parsons one day. That's about the halfway point for us.
Over there in Randsburg?
Yeah, Cal City, Randsburg. It has very low miles because when the truck was finished, it happened during COVID, and then I got married.
Yeah.
Then I got in a real serious vehicle accident.
Oh,
wow. I had a baby, and then finally now, baby's 2 years old. Got the Explorer because of Izzy Fab's video.
Oh, right.
That's for the wife. And then this will be for me to rip around. So this upcoming season, I plan to use it a lot more and put some real miles on it.
Heck yeah, dude, you hear that, Izzy? Just driving up the price of Explorers. Good job, Izzy. No, just kidding. That was an awesome episode, super influential. If you guys haven't seen it, we'll put a link right here. It was an awesome episode. Really enjoyed that. Izzy's a good homie of mine, and he showed that you could make it work for a decent price. Anyways, well, right on, man. That's cool. So this thing hasn't seen too much dirt yet. Lots of big life changes happening.
Yeah.
Happy to hear that you recovered from the accident, right? And you're here, you're ready to drive this thing. Yeah. And, lots of life changes, marriage, babies, and that still didn't stop you from finishing the truck.
No, the truck was finished. That was the main goal, is to have the truck finished and then start those big milestones in life.
Smart guy.
But it took me just over 10 years to get it to this point.
Wow.
Bought it straight out of high school. I was in college at the time, and I'd only work in the summers as a construction labor.
Yeah.
Rack up a ton of money and then just spend it on the truck. Should have invested it now in hindsight, but
well, you did.
Yeah.
You did invest it. There it is, right there.
So I did that, and a lot of progression, a lot of stuff happened, and never got to drive it as it progressed from unequal length I-beam Camberg, a Ford Ranger with the F23 pack. It was supposed to just get a giant 64 kit, a roll cage, and equal length beams in the front.
Yeah.
And then we stripped it down to the bare chassis and built the truck from the ground up, essentially.
That's amazing, man. So do you have pictures and videos of it, how it was back then?
I have about at least probably 5,000 photos of
Let's go.
So
let's see a highlight reel of some of that, man. Let's see it. Let's check it out.
Yeah, you keep beeping about your problems like a beep want me to solve them. Keep beeping about your problems like a beep. Yeah, you keep.
There you go. It's a process. So who actually built this thing, man?
So I went through 3 stages. The guy I bought it from out of Irwindale, California, CMC Fab. He does a lot of iron work, very perfectionist type of guy. He started it. We tore it down there. And then I took it up to Paso Robles to the second shop where it was at Velocity Raceworks.
Okay.
I would go on my off time in college to work on the truck. And we got rid of the cab. You'll see what type of cab it has on it now. And It was at Velocity, and it was a roller at Velocity, and then it got finished down in Mexico, down at Baja Racing Shop.
Okay.
Reason for that is I started racing Score in 2013 and just made some contacts, liked their work, took it down there, and they worked at my pace and my budget. So I was down there for about 2 years.
That's cool.
They took it from a roller to what you see today.
Wow.
Yeah.
And just in general, just speaking freely, it's always tough to take a vehicle out of state and then even out of the country, you know what I mean? But your connections and you building that relationship with that shop down there made you feel comfortable to do the full build, huh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Full build. I was comfortable enough just because I had been racing already for 5 years and was comfortable crossing the border. It is challenging getting a roller with a bunch of parts down into Mexico. That was my biggest challenge.
Was that through U.S. Customs or like Mexico Customs?
Mexico Customs.
So they were like, hey, bro, where's this coming from?
So I needed like a work order of what was going to be done to the truck,
wow.
Like a build essentially, because they're like, you're not just bringing this down here. You obviously are going to have some work done. So they wanted to see that.
They want to make sure that you're not just like stripping something.
Yeah.
Right.
So I had all that. And I would go about every 5 weeks with the carload full of parts.
Whoa.
So good thing at the time, my now wife was living off of McKinley in Corona. So I'd go to CarTech, then I'd go visit my girlfriend at the time, now wife.
Oh, perfect.
So I'd always pick up my parts, get my stuff, visit her, and then drive up here to the desert, and then I'd go to Mexico probably the following weekend.
Double whammy. No pun intended, but you know what I mean? You got to see the chick, pick up parts, and go to Mexico to check on the truck?
Yeah.
That's a great weekend, my friend.
Yeah. So
that's what's up.
Did that for about 2 years, and we went down there a few times. It was nice to see the progress of the truck.
Heck yeah. So your wife has been along for the journey. Shout out to all the ladies who support all of our terrible habits, our terrible spending habits. It's funny, if you guys caught it earlier, Brian's like, yo, like, should have invested it. You know, like, yeah, that would have been smart. But you know what, man? I see he did invest it. You know what I mean? Like, there's something special about building something like this and seeing it through. This dude right here did it. Very cool. Who's the shop again?
Baja Racing Shop. They're down in the center of Ensenada.
Okay.
If you've ever gone to a race before they did the changes, it was at they're right behind turn 3.
Okay.
So real close to downtown.
Actual Baja proven right there.
Yeah.
That's cool. So when you say they built the chassis, it was a roller before?
So suspension was mounted, interior roll cage was in, the back half was tack welded in place. The front just had the main tubes coming down. They decided that they wanted to do their front, so I gave them the okay to just cut off all the work that had been done. It wasn't much.
Okay.
I'll send some photos so you guys can see what they did. It's their front. The back was done at Velocity, and then they did some changes to the suspension because they have
their way of doing things.
Yeah, they got their way of doing things, and if you see the steering's straight. There's no bend in the tie rods. Just in case I ever ran into an issue down in Baja, it was easy to just make a tube and not worry about the bend.
Well, right on, dude. This again, guys. I think the camera doesn't do it justice because it kind of angles it out a little, but I'll take some good pictures of this thing. You guys can see it, the fitment, the tires. His thing looks like a beast, man. This is the Dream Ranger right here. So dang clean, man. Well, right on, man. Let's get into the front of this thing. So, what front clip is this?
It's from Glassworks. I believe they go by Advanced Fiberglass now.
Okay.
Out of Huntington Beach. They might still be in that area. It was their glass. Now I would say it's custom at this point. It got cut in, I think, 3 pieces. They Baja Racing Shop redid the finish here. So if you see the fitment all the way through, it's very consistent, no gaps. It had louvers over the hood. We got rid of those.
Yeah,
so
kind of the smoother look.
Smoother look.
Yeah.
I had a reverse cow induction here. Got rid of that.
That's cool, dude. That's what I had on the Frontier.
Yeah.
And that was the style.
Yeah, it was.
And then now it's like nice and smooth. Yeah, Fiberworks did mine.
Yeah,
those guys are hustlers down there, bro. They do it all, huh?
They got contacts. They outsource it, but they come into the shop and
they supervise the project.
They supervise everything, and they redid the fenders here to make sure at full bump I wouldn't rub with the 37s. And then after all that work, they came back inside and put a edge or a trim back inside the fender.
Hell yeah. Well, take us through this front end, man. This looks really, really beefy. I love this bumper. Love this bumper. This is sick. Nice little push bumper right here. So take us through the suspension, man. So this is their front end.
No, the front end is from Giant Raceworks.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, so all the suspension components came from Giant Raceworks.
Giant Motorsports? Jeff Falzone?
Yeah, Jeff Falzone,
Hey.
Giant Motorsports. Went down there to the shop. At the time, he had the pallet where you could order the entire pallet of suspension components for like 10 grand.
So sick.
That's what I spent my entire summer savings on.
Yep. And
So
what a beaut she is, my friend.
As a Giant 6.5 over equal length I-beam kit and running 3.0 bypasses in the front. I believe they're 3-tube or 4-tube. And then I got a 2.5-inch coilover and a 2.5-inch bump.
Got the Finresis over here.
Yeah.
Stay cool. Man, these Giant beams look so beefy as always. Jeff, you're awesome. We love you, Jeff. Jeff Falzone, still in business, still putting out awesome pre-runners. I think one of the more famous ones that he built was my buddy Tim's truck. Maybe you guys can see a little picture of that thing right now. Tim from DA back in the days. Hell yeah, dude, this looks monstrous.
It has a trophy truck spec engine in it.
Oh, wow.
525 horsepower at the crank, and it's pushed back about 12 to 14 inches.
You can see that.
Yeah, you can see all the way through.
Wow.
So
how does that feel?
Feels good.
Feels balanced?
Yeah, it feels balanced. Not too front heavy. Then in the rear, I got a 55-gallon fuel cell. So
that's gonna definitely balance her out, man.
Yeah.
So we got methods on this thing?
Yep. Method beadlock 103s.
Okay. Very good. Nice clean wheel right there with kind of like a machine look. These are nice. Look at these guys. Nice, dude. Heck yeah. And then what hub is this? Dana 44? Or?
It's a Dana 44 F-150 four-wheel drive hub.
There we go. Nice and tough, man. Heck yeah. With the 37th Baja TA, the classic look. And I love this tire, dude. It's a 37, but it looks huge.
Yeah.
It looks like a 40 to me.
Yeah.
I've always felt that about the Baja TAs. They always look a little bigger. And then what brakes are you running on this thing?
Brakes in the front, not too sure. Actually.
Yeah, just like probably some Ford stuff, huh?
Yeah, some
Ford, big stuff.
Some Ford disc brakes. Not too sure on that one.
Right on, man. This looks great, man. So motor is pushed back. You can see that.
Stainless steel headers. Those were custom made. That was at Baja Racing Shop. So got the material here from the States, sent it down there, and they put it together.
That was cool, man. So that must have been a pretty cool experience, huh?
Yeah.
Managing this build out there. I love how the exhaust just goes alongside the cab like that, kind of like old school trophy truck style. Trophy truck style. Sick.
Yeah, pretty much a trophy truck drivetrain for the most part.
Yeah.
The trophy truck spec motor has a transmission, is a 4L80 with the reed case for maximum transmission.
Oh, beautiful.
Chris Gardner built that for me
yeah.
pretty early on in the 4L80, and has a 1480 yoke coming out of it. It's a trophy truck yoke.
Right on.
And then
yeah, Chris is a homie of ours, man. We actually filmed with Chris not too long ago with his C10 out in the deep hills of Apple Valley. Super awesome. I hate to keep plugging these episodes, but it's probably, I swear to God, one of my favorite.
Yeah.
One of my favorite episodes. Have you seen that one with the F-150 and the C10?
But Chris is like hands down the best guy ever.
Isn't he such a nice guy? Chris, you're awesome. Check that thing out. Awesome episode. We Evan did an episode on that too. Check it out. We'll put the links right here. All right, man. Well, looking sick. I want to pull the hood off, but before we do, let's check out the rear of this thing, man.
So yeah, giant links, and then it did have a giant rear end, but I swapped that out for a full floater. Got that from a friend of mine who was upgrading to a 10-inch, and he had a Ford Ranger. So I've
always loved these giant links, man. They're like just so beefy. So this is a full floater now, huh?
Full floater, 40 spline. Yeah, it's Pro-Am housing. So,
oh, dang, nice.
And so I got a good deal on it, so I had to jump on it and upgrade, as most of the truck is running trophy truck components as far as powertrain goes.
Hell yeah. So 40 spline, that's perfect for these 37s. Dude, you're not going to have a problem with that. You're going to kill it with that. Nice. This whole back half is just so wonderfully put together, man. It looks like put together so well. You guys can take a nice look at this thing right here. Is it from the side profile right here? Nice and flush.
Yeah, the main goal is to keep everything underneath the bedsides, tire, everything else, suspension components. So
it's tucked beautifully, man. Amazing.
Front wheel travel is strapped at 22 inches.
22?
Yeah.
That's a lot of travel, man. Right. And then the rear, what are you looking at?
The rear is strapped at, I believe, I want to say somewhere between 26, 28.
Perfect, dude.
Yeah, the philosophy in Mexico is they don't want to give you all the travel that the truck can handle, because if it's dialed in right and you don't need to use it, because if I ever get on my side for some odd reason and you are stretched out to say 26 in the front, 30 in the rear, you're going to end up breaking something because you're over leveraging your components.
Right, right. Just make it work.
Yeah.
Make it work. It's balanced. That's a lot of wheel travel already, right? Again, guys, this packaging back here that they did was so good. Definitely liking this sheet metal work back here. They did all this stuff, Brian?
Yeah, so
nice, man. This looks super cool. Great work over there.
So the sheet metal is a little bit thanks to Morgan Clark on that one.
Okay.
Got a lot of inspiration from him on what he does, but in one of his fab diaries, I don't even think it was an episode. I think he just shared like how he did this finish compared to here. Okay. And I sent it over to those guys in Baja because I was at the time doing the body work, and I was like, can you make that finish happen? And they watched Morgan's video and they got it pretty good for
dude, hell yeah.
For the first time.
Dude, Morgan. That's it. That's the goal, buddy. I think like Morgan, I love you. And I'm going to speak for Morgan right here, but dude, like, I think that's like, he wants to see uniqueness, right? He wants to see people do some cool things, put a little flavor, put a little hot rod flavor, some custom work into their builds. And the cool thing is that Brian's out here, he's going to be driving this thing in the desert. You know what I mean? Like this isn't just a car show car, right? This is a car that's going to be out going on expeditions with the fam in the desert. And, you know, it has all these beautiful custom pieces on it. And yeah, it's cool, man. Morgan, good job, dude. So very cool, Brian.
The functionality of this this little fin here, it holds my my Chase KC light bar here, but it also has all my fluids for the vehicle, brake, engine, tranny, any other additional fluids I may need. They're all stored here, and then this blends into the rest of the truck.
Great, so flush. I love this this rack right here too. You can store an ice chest right here, I'm sure. You can still store some bags, sleeping bags.
Yeah, the plan was for Baja to go down there for a weekend and pitch a tent and a cooler and take whatever I needed. And this was an afterthought, but it's pretty stout.
Hell yeah.
Stand up here.
Hell yeah. That's awesome, man. Dude, count me in, bro. Let's go.
Let's go.
I can't wait, man. I think that's probably like my biggest goal is to head down to Baja, San Felipe, eat some fish tacos, shrimp tacos, watch some trophy trucks, hang with the homies, find some little jumps and whoops here and there, you know? That's the goal, man. That's the goal. So tell us how you've prepared this thing for Baja, man.
So if I ever get into a condition where I need to get to all my tools or someone have a flat on the road, I got this storage container here, about 40 gallons, and it got all my tools, hammers, electrical equipment, and it's stored right behind the cab for additional weight, so it's just not a dead space.
Right.
So that's what I got in there.
Heck yeah. That's sick, man.
So I got foam in there so it doesn't like bounce around or anything, but underneath it I got my tool bags. Everything's all stored in there.
Very well thought out, dude.
So.
Nice. So you used to race, you said, like co-drive, drive, or?
I've always been a navigator.
Okay.
I raced, started in a 7200 truck, a Ford Ranger with J&R Racing back in 2013.
Okay.
And then I started racing Class 7 with my friend George Maciel.
Okay. Is that 7S or 7 Open?
7S.
Whoa, so you're a man's man.
Yeah.
Dang, tough guy over here.
I got one Class 11 race under my belt too.
Sick.
But I have a Class 7 SX truck, and it's getting restored down in Mexico as well.
Nice, man. So this is truly the pre-runner.
This is a pre-runner,
Okay.
and it is the luxury pre-runner because it's a lot nicer than our race truck.
Right. Yeah. You want to keep the wife stoked to keep wanting to go down there.
Yeah, I'll be in the race truck and she could drive this.
Hell yeah. I love that, man. Very cool. Very cool. So let's go over some other details back here. So we got fuel back here.
Yeah, we got a Harman 55-gallon fuel cell. So
Oh, nice.
the dimensions are similar to something they have off the shelf. They had to tweak a few things, but it fit in my bed, and the placement was right, so I went ahead and got it. And
Perfect. Nice. And I like how you got the jack back here. Again, the fitment of this is great. That shop did a great job. Jack back here too. Filler right here.
yeah,
Very cool. This is sick, by the way, dude. All of this. This looks really good, you guys. So what races do you have under your belt down there with your team?
Baja 250, the 500, the 1000. We've never finished the 1000. We finished the 500s. We finished the 250.
The 250 I heard is just brutal.
Yeah, we won that race in a UTV stock, the stock class,
Oh my
3
god.
years ago.
No way.
Yeah, so we won that
Dang.
with our good friend Jim on that one. But yeah, I got an impact inside the cab of the truck, but just in case the battery's dead, I got a breaker bar.
Of course.
We got spring-loaded jack handle here.
Nice.
Soft underneath, hidden, tucked away.
Good.
Not trying to make a fast tire change, trying to have some water and
Yeah, you're not racing.
yeah.
Make a sandwich.
Yeah, make
Peanut
a
butter and jelly
sandwich.
time. Peanut butter jelly time. Oh, that's awesome, dude. And then look, again, no corners cut. We got some other sheet metal work here. So if you pull the fenders off, maybe you're in Glamis sometime or cruising, this thing will look pretty sexy without the fenders on, looking good.
Yeah, that's the plan, is pull the bed sides off, and it's wired to take the bed sides off and still have your tail lights, your turn signals, because it all runs off the KC light bar there.
This thing's beautiful, man.
And then you'll see throughout the video, there's extra Deutsch connectors or just Weatherman or Weather Pack connectors throughout the truck.
Okay.
I had extra switches, so the truck is already pre-wired if I ever run additional components
Okay.
to utilize all my switches. So like one's here if I wanted to run a bigger light bar, or I don't know.
It's pre-wired, ready to go.
Ready to go.
Sick.
It was wired down there too by Chulo Race Wire. No OEM wiring on this truck.
Down there in Ensenada?
Down there in Ensenada.
Okay.
And he does a lot of work for them Pudias.
Okay.
So he's a legit guy. He's works full time for Monkey Business Racing, and they're out of Baja, sir.
Nice. So he like preps their vehicles, gets them ready to go? Or?
Yeah, but his home base is Ensenada, but the wiring on this is legit.
Yeah, it looks great, man. Very flush, tucked away. Can't even notice it, man.
Got
Great job.
Battery terminals back here if someone needs a jump or if I need a jump.
That is look at this experienced Baja guy. He's thinking of it all, dude. That's great, man. That's a great idea. You know what I love? I love about these episodes sometimes is like, not only am I inspired by some of this sometimes, of course I am. I am a fan of this, obviously. But aside from that like, there's so many cool like tricks, right, that these guys will have on their rigs that ending up on your guys' trucks. You know what I mean? If you guys have any stories like that, drop them in the comments. I think it's always cool to hear that. You know what I mean? Yeah, very cool. Smart guy right here. Well, heck yeah, man. So much good work back here. All this work back here, just super phenomenal. And then what was your shock setup back here?
Shock setup is a 2.5-inch coilover, and then the bypass is a 3.5-inch 5-tube. Both of these are running a fin reservoir and then a 2.5-inch bump stop in the rear.
And we got the homie KDM went through these bad boys.
Yeah, I dropped the truck off at Keith's KDM, Keith Marigold's place, and he had the truck for about 2 weeks just because I was on vacation.
Yeah.
Dialed in the truck, made all the adjustments, and then when I came back from vacation, we spent about a couple hours in Barstow testing, but I think 75% of the time was eating ceviche and talking stories of
Just kind of hanging out.
hanging out because the truck was dialed. He did tweak a few tubes, but it wasn't nothing major.
You know, Keith is a mad scientist. I'm super blessed to have Keith go through my truck.
Yeah.
Keith's actually built my shocks in my truck. And that's all I hear is how phenomenal he is with, and how precise, extremely precise, phenomenal dude. KDM shocks, amazing guy. As he said, he just went out there and just started turning tubes at one point, just because minimally and kind of just hanging because he has this down to a science.
He did all the math and the guessing, or there is no guesswork.
There is no it's
all the math was done at the shop.
Yeah.
He turned all the wrenches he needed to do, built the shocks from the coilovers, the bump stops, the bypasses for the truck.
Yeah.
So everything, it wasn't like he was turning a random shock. He knew the internals, and
he knew it all, man.
He knew what needed to be adjusted, and he drove it, and he thought it was
He's a driver, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
He's racing this weekend.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. At the Legacy 1000 race.
Who's he driving for?
I think for himself.
Oh, really?
He has a trophy truck now.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, we got to go catch up with Keith, man. What the heck? All right. So just really quick, Keith, tell the people who trucks that Keith is tuned.
From what I know, he co-drives for the Eisenhowers down at King of the Hammers, so he tunes their trucks. He tunes Parsons trucks. Yeah, he tunes my truck.
Yeah,
and then those
big trophy truck teams too.
Big trophy truck teams.
Yeah. Keith is up there, man. In that world, super honored. But it's so cool to see one of our friends who's tuned pre-runners forever.
Yeah.
And then just step up to this level. It's a beautiful thing, man. Progress, man. Well, this looks great, man. Let's hop into the inside of this thing.
So it's a 4-door. So we did a cab swap. We'll start there. So
nice.
94 Ranger.
Oh, nice.
A cab from a 2002. Once we decided to make it a pre-runner and not a race truck, we decided having accessibility to the rear would be a giant plus. Store jackets, soft items, things that we were to roll over for,
keep it safe.
And then I got a cooler in there, 60 can, and then this gets tied down. We got some waters in there.
Nice.
And then Milwaukee impact in there, just in case we get a flat on the road. Quick tire change if needed.
Epic, man. This looks great, dude.
So then,
good lighting in here.
Yeah, entire interior's dynamatted, so helps with the sound. A little bit with the heat. It doesn't help that the motor is just right here. Transmission's pretty much right there.
Push back a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys? How has it been managing that heat?
It's nice in the wintertime. It keeps us warm.
Yeah.
But definitely gonna run some
heat shield stuff.
Some heat shield stuff on the firewall on the engine surface side.
I'm running heat shield on the Frontier. I've heard nothing but amazing things from our friends that run it, and that it really is magic. You know what I mean? The science behind that stuff is really awesome. If you guys are getting, if your trans is right up against the firewall, the motor's right up on the firewall, try some of that heat shield stuff. Works really, really well. Keeps your leg hairs intact. Just kidding. All right, dude. Awesome Holley right there.
Yeah.
On the dash looks freaking amazing.
The Holley 12.3 digital display, so that's cool. Got that set up and configured. It's integrated with my tail lights or my turn signals, emergencies. Nice. So it goes to the back, which is really cool. Truck is street legal, so running an OEM adapter. Probably going to move to the Switch Pro Command Touch in the near future in the next upgrade.
Right on.
And
I like how you say next upgrade. It's like, how does it get more upgraded than this? But these dang things, man.
Yeah. So the interior, they had just finished the dash, but I wanted the truck home for my birthday. It was a big milestone. I was turning 30 at the time.
Okay.
So I brought the truck home prematurely, so we didn't get to finish it. So I believe this summer, I'm going to take it to go get the door panels, some leather work, and then a headliner and just some miscellaneous stuff.
Nice seats in here, right? We've got all that dialed in, some Mastercrafts.
Yeah, some Mastercraft.
PCI stuff over here in the house.
Yeah, PCI keeps me pretty good. They take care of me. Those guys down there, Race, Ryder, all those guys at PCI, Jay.
Baja dudes.
Yeah, Baja dudes.
Baja dudes who know how to they know how important communication is at all levels, right? from like somebody go get tacos to somebody help us flip this thing back over. Yeah. Communication is key in Baja. Pre-running and PCI definitely comes in clutch, man. I'm loving this co-driver kind of setup right here.
Yeah, so has AC.
What?
Doesn't
This
have
is a luxury pre-runner.
Yeah, so I can turn it on right here. The fans kick on.
Nice, dude.
So it's a small little AC unit, but cab space is pretty small. Not a lot of space behind here since we pushed that motor about 14 inches back.
Yeah.
And then heat, we don't need it because it gets hot enough, but we've got some heated pads. I'm in contact with PRP right now, so that might be a change coming for the Off-Road Expo's actual heated seats in this thing. So the hostile door bags are essentially just, I have miscellaneous stuff. The main things I carry is like a net gardener, just like if it's windy, protect me from the elements, sunburn.
The Baja experience, the deserts.
Run a sleeve if I'm driving, and I have the window down so I don't get sunburnt. Put that thing on. Talo Vedosala runs this a lot. If you watch his pre-running videos, got gloves just in case I'm wrenching on stuff, and then I got my vehicle registration.
There it is. There's the golden ticket right there. They did a great job on this, man. I love this leather feel up here. It's a leather, right?
Yeah. It's leather.
Great job.
That was done down there, Baja. So BRS outsourced it to one of their guys, and then they made the center console for this.
Phenomenal work, man. Got all your switchies up here.
Yeah, running 3 Switch Pro 9100s. Got 2 switches open. It's probably going to be the Starlink in the future. I got to run a battery pack now, but that's going to be hardwired in the next upgrade as well.
And look at this screen.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Oh, there it is, dude.
Oh.
There's a little bit of horsepower right there, dude. Just put it in there. Just kidding. It takes away horsepower, so watch out. No, just kidding.
So, the cool trick. So I had this fancy mount for it, but the guy at the leather shop is like, just run Velcro. He's like, you'll position it, you'll get it to stick, it'll be more flush.
So you can turn that sideways and watch a movie.
Yep.
Heck yeah. That's awesome, man.
So I got rid of my fancy mount and just added Velcro to my case.
Loving this, dude. Excellent. Excellent, Bill. Dude, you did such a great job. So I got 3 questions for you. One is, how did you get into all this? Give us a Netflix movie description. How'd you get into this, man? Because this is a big feat.
Natural progression through the years. I started riding ATVs about 4 years old.
Okay.
Started going to Glamis about 5, 6. Saw Robbie in 99. I was 8, 9 years old in 99, 2000. So the Glamis Dune Jump, I was there.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a trophy truck driver. I don't have that type of budget.
You're like, I want that.
Yeah,
whatever that is, that needs to be me.
I want to be that guy, and decided the best path for me was to go to school, become a mechanical engineer. Accomplished that feat while I was building this truck. That's why it took me 10 years. I was in school for half of it.
What's up, bro?
And then landed my first job with General Motors, and that was another delay in this build.
Okay.
Worked for General Motors out in Michigan for 3 years, learned more about vehicles. Came back to California, worked in aerospace, and that's kind of where
you're at now?
This Northrop Grumman here in Palmdale, California, and work on military aircraft. That's kind of where this cockpit kind of feel vibe comes in. I'm
feeling it.
Once the lights go off and the sun sets, it'll look like a real fighter jet on the inside.
Epic. Dude, you know what? It's so cool. The cool thing is I've heard this story in, I'm sure you guys have too. That's my story too. Riding quads my whole life, going to Glamis with the family, off-roading with my dad, hanging out, and one day going to Glamis and seeing Robbie, seeing some pre-runners, and you're like, that right there, that's what I want to do, And, to see Robbie, racing is amazing. It is truly amazing. Brian races, he knows what's up. I think there's just something special about having a play truck or enjoying, or having the freedom of having a truck that can have the abilities of a race truck, right? And to just go have fun with it. The freedom of that, I think, is a real special thing. And I think that's kind of like all the Terra crew trucks kind of are. It's just getting out to the desert, having a good time, driving how you want to. And dude, Robbie Gordon, you're awesome, man. You're the guy, man, Very cool, man. I love that. So you actually answered the second question, which was, What do you do for work? You answered that.
Yeah.
Third is, what's next, man? What's next for this? You said you're building an Explorer for the wife, or?
Explorer for the wife. Gonna try to go down Izzy's build path that he had there, but reach out to Marcel Nunez, Cutlass Design. So once he finishes his build, which he's been very secretive of, I'm gonna ask for the build sheet and then probably get most of those items because he has a family as well.
Yeah.
And then for this thing, door panels because they're bare right now.
Okay.
Headliner.
Okay.
Seats that are actually heated, or I have a heated pad, but actual heated seats.
Okay.
And I think that's it. She's pretty much dialed for the most part.
I think so too, my friend. Well, dude, thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting us out. Finally got out here with Brian after all this time. Got to check this thing out. Absolutely beautiful truck. Dang. So I don't think we talked about the exhaust on this thing, the mufflers.
Yeah, so it's basically a 3-inch header, I believe, running all the way straight through. I have a 6-inch or 8-inch gas pack that's right here. So it's very hard to drive in the street. It's very loud, as you'll see. And the plan is this summer, order some exhaust from Ryan Cook at Cook Fab.
Okay.
And, you know, drive this a little bit more on the street.
Yeah. You want it to feel like a trophy truck, not sound like a trophy truck too much on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't go get groceries with the trophy truck, you know.
Well, before we say goodbye, maybe Brian can start this thing up for us, but you know, just wanted to thank you guys. You know what I mean? Thank you guys for watching our videos. Thank you for making it this far. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This thing is epic.
If you have your own builds, I went 10 years thinking every single tube and placement and fitment of things I wanted to look a certain way, and I can help you guys out too.
That's what's up, dude. That's what's up, guys. Talk to this man. Good dude. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be seeing you guys next time. Take care. Later.
Bye.
You guys got to see this thing in person. Now that you guys know it, it's nuts. Sounding good. If you guys have any questions for Brian,